tonight to the growing concern over the coronavirus. New numbers tonight. The death toll now 170 in China. The number of cases 7,711 there. Right now there are 5 cases in the U.S. Officials from the World Health Organization are meeting tomorrow to decide if the outbreak should be declared a global emergency.
Here in the mountains, health officials are preparing for the virus's arrival as a precaution, but people are also preparing on their own. News 13's Taylor Young shows us why there could be a mask shortage at stores in our area.
While there are no confirmed cases of the coronavirus here in North Carolina, people are flocking to stores like Ace Hardware and piling up on equipment just in case. But is what they're getting actually effective?
This is the safety area where the masks we sell are found.
And these are the last ones you guys got?
These are the last.
Over the last couple of days, Ace Hardware store manager David Richards says these masks have been the most sought after item.
They're either traveling or fearful of the virus that is going around and are looking for mask protection.
Anytime there's a new virus out there, of course, people are quite concerned.
Dr. Susan Mims says stocking up on protective gear isn't abnormal. While Mission Hospital hasn't seen any cases of the virus, concerned patients coming in with flu-like symptoms have been quick to think the worst.
Our world is shrinking as people can travel around the globe very easily.
She says the virus is spread through droplets, typically from sneezing or coughing.
The most popular masks are the ones we're out of.
While David says these masks are meant to protect against dust, smoke, and mold, he's skeptical they're effective in preventing the highly contagious coronavirus.
A mask with more coverage is better because if you have holes where things can spread, that's not as good as if everything's covered up.
There's home remedies for everything, and if they want to try something new, go for it. What's the harm?
Whether the coronavirus makes its way to North Carolina or not, the hospital says it has multiple plans in place just in case. As for stores like Ace Hardware, they're expecting more shipments of masks soon. In Buncombe County, Taylor Young, News 13.
Welcome into Tech Time. Francie Black is here, and we are still talking about the CES show in Las Vegas. And this week we've got some new things that are really shaping the future, so to speak.
Exactly, yeah. So we're talking about shaping the next decade. So we've started to see a lot of these things in infancy stage in our last decade, but as we progress into this decade, we're going to see big things in these spaces. So that includes intelligence of things, not things just being connected, but actually learning about you and responding to you.
Thinking.
Exactly. It's called machine learning. Also, augmented reality. We'll look at some examples of that and how that's being applied. 5G with connectivity, and I call this the EV, the electronic vehicle age. Of course, we've seen electronic vehicles, but now every company is getting into that.
It's the race. Who will have it out there first?
Yeah, and it's not just the car companies, okay? So this is what Sony introduced, okay?
Okay.
So Sony introduced this beautiful sports car that is an EV, and it's gorgeous. Look at it. And, of course, they're all very hot and connected. Rivian is a truck for adventurers, so to speak.
Okay.
And this is being heavily funded by Amazon. So Amazon is looking at doing EVs for delivery to help save things.
Save on gas.
Save on gas, save on the environment. And they're connected. This one is by Byton, a Chinese company. Look at the screen in this. Now, is that crazy? Now, this is supposed to start shipping soon. And this you can actually, when you're in park, you can actually work on Microsoft Office or watch a movie on this screen when it's in park. Isn't that crazy?
So much the little DVD player you put in the back seat to keep the kids entertained, right?
Exactly, exactly. Now look at the size of this TV. Okay, I thought TVs couldn't get any bigger. Look at this, 120 inches. It's taller than this man. It's crazy, but they're also 8K. So we're just getting 4K. People are getting into that, but it's also advancing now into 8K to fill up all these pixels on these screens. They were everywhere. Now, who the heck makes 8K video? Well, this company called Instacam. This product, Insta360, is a 360 camera VR live streaming 8K. That's what projects on that. VR meaning it's getting all the way around. You can be immersive into that space, and even with live streaming. So 8K is coming.
Okay.
In terms of augmented reality, okay, this company, notice the glasses. They look much more like normal glasses. So this is the type
versus the big headsets.
Exactly. So you could be out running, you know, getting your exercise, and you can have like zombies chasing you, so it motivates you to run.
That would motivate me.
That would motivate me too. And this one actually is called Third Eye, and it actually has a camera in these utility work glasses to help you with your work environment. Somebody else can pipe in and give you information on that. Do we have time for one more?
Last one.
Okay, last one. This is really crazy. So this is more of a user one. You're shopping on Google, okay, and you're looking for a pair of Ray-Bans, and you want to see what what these Ray-Bans would look like on you. You just tap on that ad and you see,
Look at that.
and it puts it on your face. Now notice he doesn't have on the glasses, just virtually on his computer. Okay, so these are all things that we're going to be seeing, including lots more that I don't have time to cover, and it'll be on iPadWisdom.com, or feel free to shoot me an email.
I think a lot of people like that because sometimes they come too big or too small.
Yeah,
it's hard to tell.
Exactly.
All right. If you want more information, you can also go to WLOS.com and click on the Tech Times segment. Francie, thanks so much.
Thank you, Holly.
A big event in Buncombe County today.
As you'll see in my Never Stop Learning, that's because the school system reached that magical number. So count with me. Ready? 1, 2, you do it. 3. Students in Miss Rector's class are counting out treats using increments of 10. 10 pretzels, 10 marshmallows, 10 raisins, and more until they reach that magical number, which is 100. That's right, the students and staff are celebrating the 100th day of the school year. I asked one student if he could have 100 things, what would it be?
100 Skittles.
What would you do with 100 Skittles?
Eat them all.
If you're 100 years old, what would you do?
Play like a skateboard. The last skateboard you flip over.
That's what you're going to do when you're 100 years old?
Yeah, and play football too.
Why do you have your hair in curlers?
So I can be 100 years old.
How does it feel to be 100?
Not that bad.
And I'm sure by now that you've noticed Miss Rector and some of her students at Avery's Creek dressed like they're 100 years old. I think that's very cute. They did a good job. Now it's time to count the days that are left until school is out for the summer.
When was the last time you looked closely at your cable bill?
If it's been a while, chances are you're paying more than when you signed up for service. News 13's Jennifer Emmert takes a closer look at the hidden fees in tonight's Consumer Report.
Your cable bill may be higher due to a slew of confusing, costly fees that quickly add up, but there may be help on the horizon.
How much do you pay your cable company?
We pay a lot, more than $350 a month.
We pay in the area of like $260 now a month for everything. It's really bad.
I dropped my cable. It became really expensive.
Look closely at your cable bill, and you might be surprised to find fees you've never heard of driving up the cost. Broadcast TV fee, regional sports fee, set-top box or rental fees, and many more. Add it all up, and according to Consumer Reports, the average cable subscriber pays nearly $450 in customer-imposed fees every year.
These fees are hidden, consumers are confused by them, and they're really annoyed by them. Most importantly, they're getting worse and they're expensive.
So how can you cut those pesky fees? If you guessed cutting the cable TV cord, you're right. A good quality digital antenna costs around $35 and can tune in local TV stations for free. Streaming services on your smart TV or streaming device might charge a monthly subscription fee, but that's it. And relief might be on the way from Washington.
Congress passed a law last December, and it does 3 basic things. Number 1, it requires cable companies to disclose at the point of sale, meaning right when you're going to sign up for service, of what your total overall price is going to be, including all fees, taxes. Number 2, if you don't like it, you have 24 hours to change your mind and cancel. Without any penalty, you can get out of that deal. And number 3, you no longer will have to pay for equipment that the cable company gives you, like a Wi-Fi router. Even if you don't use that router, you no longer have to pay for it.
The bill will take effect later this year. And if you're cutting the cord, Consumer Reports has some buying advice for digital TV antennas. You'll find it along with this story on our website at WLOS.com.